Okay, hotshot. You can pick locks till the cows come home, but jailbreaks are the big time here. You can't just walk up the stairs and out the front door. So how are you gonna... Are you serious? There's a giant gaping hole in the wall. How did none of Forte's soldiers notice that? That's a gigantic breach of security. I mean, fuck it, that's a gigantic breach, literally. You can march an army through that. On the other side of the massive hole in the wall, and no, I'm not going to be letting that go, is the Andantino secret passage. I guess it does its job, provided you don't have a problem being attacked by bat scorpions. It's here I get a chance to see Salsa in battle. She's alright. A little weak, but she gets a lot of attacks, so she can build up the echo gauge a bit, and she can buff the other party members, which is nice. More importantly, the party's now an even split, 3 guys and 3 girls. So if you're the kind of person who likes Charlie's Angel style power trios, this is the leg of the game for you.
It's showtime, girls.
I have no idea what that was in reference to. Anyway, there's not much else here that's worth mentioning, aside from a new enemy type. Some kind of mushroom jellyfish things. Their attacks require some good twitch reflexes, but for some reason they like to stop in mid-combo to be all proud of themselves. The trek through the passage is long and circuitous, and nothing of importance really happens other than more fights. Let me just skip ahead to the part where we eventually get out.
All right then. There should be a switch behind this rock. Falsetto, if you wouldn't mind.
Right.
Finally! I've been dying for some fresh air. But I can't believe that huge rock moved out of the way just by giving it a little push. I guess I'm even stronger than I thought I was.
Who are you people? And how did you know about this secret passageway?
It's a hole in the wall the size of a ballroom doorway. It's not a secret passage.
That's right. We didn't even do anything wrong and they threw us in a cell like criminals.
No kidding. Anyone would have run away. Oh, my hair is a total mess.
Oh, those guys are terrible. They just arrested us and threw us in the dungeon. And we didn't even do anything wrong to deserve it. Well, I guess there are a few things we might have done, like that one time and that other time.
It's true. We were arrested at the entrance to the castle for no reason. I swear, we haven't done anything.
It would seem they're not our enemies.
I suppose you're right. Let's hurry up and get back to the mission.
Wait a minute, Falsetto. These people might just be able to help us. We are members of Andantino, and we're trying to find the guardian of a go-go forest.
The guardian of a go-go forest? Yes, I think we can help you.
You're looking for me? Well, you found me, and that's pretty surprising considering how I ended up here. Please, listen to me. What you're doing is destroying the whole forest. But if you don't stop the mining at Mount Rock, the forest is gonna die. The mountain and the forest are dependent on each other. Sir, a go-go forest is our home. But if you keep digging...
Hold on, a go-go forest? You're telling me you live in a go-go forest?
I have been a guardian of a go-go forest since the day that I was born. This is the first time I've come to a city like this.
Guards, please come and show our guest to a room.
What?
Well, that was definitely a story. I sure couldn't have figured that out by context clues or anything.
So this girl is the guardian of a go-go forest?
It seems our mission is complete.
Hey, you guys sound like you know something about what's going on around here. Why don't you come back to my village with the rest of us?
Besides, once they realize we've escaped, they might come after us.
She brings up a good point. We shouldn't stay here much longer. We must leave. What are you people going to do?
What should we do, Jazz?
Good question. I'm not really sure, though I must admit, it's thanks to them that our mission was a resounding success.
That's right. And much earlier than we planned, too. It looks like we've got some extra time now.
Let's listen to what they have to say. Maybe they can tell us about the inside of Forte Castle.
It's boring when things always go according to plan. It's nice to have things shaken up every once in a while. It's okay with you, isn't it, Clavace? Yes, of course.
Then it's settled.
Allegretto, is something the matter?
No, it's nothing really. I was just thinking I need to pay more attention to Beat, that's all.
Well, Beat did do his best.
Yeah, he didn't do too badly. For a clam, anyway.
Well, it's back to Viola's place. Backtracking. Glorious, glorious backtracking. Also, we check in on our favorite Politico.
Really, Tuba? Were you expecting Andantino to just show up at the front gate bearing gifts for us?
My apologies, Count Waltz.
Listen carefully, Tuba. I don't think I need to tell you that this is your last chance. Find them and eliminate them all. Immediately.
Yes, my lord.
No, wait. The guardian of Agogo Forest. Bring her back alive. That is the will of the people, after all.
By the way, Frederick, what are you making this trip for? I don't think you ever told us.
Oh boy, back with these guys.
Frederick.
Mr. Chopin is taking a journey on which he will have to face himself. Whether that journey will end with his return home or with his acceptance of death, we cannot be certain.
Hey, you know what helps people face themselves in my limited medical experience? Medicine, active monitoring, this latest pretense of actually knowing how to be a doctor. I'm just saying, espousing your second string philosophical nonsense, it doesn't seem to be really working right now.
How should I put this? If I told you that your world exists in a dream I'm having, would it startle you? At this moment, I'm asleep in Paris. As a pianist, and as a composer as well, I have produced many popular works that have brought me a rather good deal of renown there.
Did you say Paris? That's not a place I've ever heard of.
If this is all some kind of joke, you've got a really weird sense of humor, mister.
Oh no, I assure you I'm not joking.
Well, you're sure saying some pretty funny stuff. If you want us to believe you, you better show us some proof.
I'm afraid you find me at a loss there, but perhaps that proof is the very thing I'm searching for on this journey. And to be perfectly honest, my own certainty that this world is only a dream has begun to waver.
Oh, really? Are you sure you just haven't had too much mineral powder? Not that I've ever heard of a side effect that makes people confuse dreams with reality.
Mostly it just makes people more prone to voting socialist and listening to pop music.
But as for confusing dreams with reality, well, there is something to that. This world does seem incredibly close to reality. And that being the case, can it possibly be that I have somehow lost my ability to distinguish between what is real and what is unreal?
Hold on a minute there. I don't think figuring out whether something is real or not should be quite as complicated as you're making it.
Yes, reality's something that just is. It's like the way we're not consciously aware of air when we're breathing it.
True. I suppose it is nearly impossible to confirm the existence of things which seem so natural to us. However, unconfirmed and non-existent are two entirely different concepts.
Jeez, this is making my head hurt. Can you start over again, Frederick? Why are you going with us on this trip in the first place?
A good question. I believe that I am somehow being tested. That I am on this journey to come to some realization. And in order to do so, I think I'm supposed to live my life to the fullest, even if it is in this muddled world of dream and reality.
What the? So then you're not really traveling for any particular reason at all? Man, you sure are a strange one, mister.
I appreciate what they're doing, but I feel like everyone's being a bit too quick to humor the possibly strung-out mineral junkie. If I were Redo, I'd probably just nod, smile awkwardly, then pull Polka aside and ask her to try and avoid being alone with Frederick from now on.
I'm being rude? Wait, you don't actually believe this guy.
His name is Frederick!
Fine, fine. So then are you saying that you actually believe Frederick's crazy story?
Why shouldn't I? I happen to think it's a wonderful way to think about things.
Whoa, hold on. Do you really mean that, Polka?
Well, I don't actually believe that we're living in a dream world, but I think the thought is nice.
So I was right. You don't believe him either.
Oh, I should have known you wouldn't understand.
Hey, Polka, wait!
You've still got a lot to learn about women, don't you?
Viola, I think you're a touch too interested in the love life of a pair of teenagers. I get you spent your formative years with nothing to look at but goats, but could you just focus, please? Outside the room of ponderous dialogues, we get a bit of backstory, claiming that Fort Fermata was actually meant to keep Forte's subjects in, rather than keeping invaders out. I still maintain it couldn't do either of those jobs effectively, so it's a moot point. Back on the bridge, we get possibly the 11 millionth explanation for what the Count's stupid plan is.
That was about what we expected.
Huh? Gee, I didn't get it. That was kind of hard for me to understand.
Oh, I understood it just fine. But why don't we explain it one more time for the little guy?
To put it simply, if there's no tax on mineral powder, it follows that everyone will keep using it.
And the side effect of the powder is that it allows people to use magic.
Then, once they go mad and become mindless warriors, they can be made soldiers.
And that means that Forte's army is about to get much, much bigger.
And much, much harder to control. I mean, unless they're not regular soldiers. Like, maybe the Count plans to use them as disposable shock troops or, like, special purpose agents. Dude, maybe he's gonna make Foxhound. 19th century Foxhound. Where everyone does literally magic. Rambling. I'm rambling again.
And that means that even more people will be turned into magic users, like me.
Then, as more mineral powder is sold, the number of soldiers will go on decreasing. It is an endless cycle that, once begun, will be hard to stop.
Wait a second. If they keep on doing this, building up an army for a war that may or may not happen, then sooner or later there won't be any people left.
I'm gonna put a pin in this line by beat here. I feel like it's gonna be important to something that happens later on down the line. I'm also retroactively putting a pin in the line by a count. You'll know it when you see it.
It really is just a complete waste. And Waltz realizes that too. That's why he's trying to increase the strength of the mineral powder.
The Count understands that if he can supply soldiers to the front line at any time, Forte's military power will essentially be without limit.
And apparently they need to mix glowing go-gos into the mineral powder in order to accomplish that.
Though I hear they also taste good in soup.
Huh?
Glowing a-go-go's? I don't remember there being any glowing a-go-go's.
I'm glad you people like babbling so much. It made finding all of you here very easy.
I wish that was an actual joke. Is there like a parody JRPG out there? Like one that isn't, like, stupid?
That's right. And this time I really mean business. 'Cause my life's on the line too. Even if you run, you won't get away. Got it?
I'm gonna get you back 100 times for before!
So apparently the game decides to crowbar Beat into the party for this fight. I guess he was just real upset about being cuffed in the mouth. This presents a problem. See, I decided, partly as a joke, that once the party got to 4 members, I'd drop Beat's useless butt into the reserves and never use him again. As a result, he spent the bulk of the game getting reduced experience. He's a couple levels behind, his attacks aren't up to date. Add to it the fact that Mega Mash is still brutal if you miss the timing, and the result was, well...
Gigantic slam! That'll teach you. One order up. Now we can finally go home.
It took a bit of fine-tuning and a change in overall tactics, but I managed to get it the second time around by playing a game of Keep Away, with Viola on healing duty and Beat constantly on the lookout for attacks from the flank. It was like pulling teeth, but eventually the big guy gets worn down.
Ha! Mega Mash!
Great! That was perfect! All right!
All right!
Ha ha! All right!